teens of Reddit. What's something that your parents, guardians do that makes you feel loved and appreciated? Find all the secret numbers hidden in the video and post it in the comment with your username to get a chance to win a $50 gift card each month. My parents helped me figure out what my next steps in life were. They were invested in my future, and it let me know that they loved and appreciated me. My mom takes interest in my hobbies, learns about them and helps me with them. I'm glad for her. Just sitting down with me one-on-one to talk with me. Honestly, if you're a parent looking for advice, start doing this. Please, just every few days. It means the world to us. My dad signed his GI Bill over to me so I could go to college without going into debt, while he pays out of pocket for his master's degree. My stepmom offered to spend $500 on an animation program subscription so I could build my professional storyboard portfolio and apply for work right out of high school. I love them to death. My mom is afraid of horses, but I love them. And I really appreciate her supporting me even if she's afraid. Slightly smiling face, slightly smiling face. Every time my stepdad has to make a long drive, he always brings me. I'm the oldest son, and we spend that time to bond. We listen to a lot of 90s hip-hop. We just have a fun time. We discuss all types of things and he's always up to talk about anything. Having ADHD, I like to say a lot of random stuff on my mind, and he lets me do that. He's always interested in what I have to say. My dad committed suicide last year, and 2 days after my favorite cat died. My mom took so much care of me by supporting me, talking with me about everything, praising me, helping me, etc. She even wakes me up with breakfast and coffee every morning for a year, to help me get up every day. I couldn't wish for a better mom. Have a girls' day, just the two of us, without the other sisters. Actually listen to me and understand that I am trying my hardest. This rarely happens. Whenever we're at the store, my mum always asks if I want any snacks, and it's small and RLLY normal. But it's just kinda sweet. My mum doesn't pry too much. She knows when to leave things be and give me some space. Sometimes we just sing and dance to music in the kitchen while my mum cooks, and it just makes me feel so safe and special. Would say putting love you notes not just in my lunchbox but anywhere I am in high school, and they help get around the day. My mom and both my elder siblings encouraged me to take up my interests, which are not yet main stream, so kinda expensive here, and let me apply to all its best universities without caring about the fees. We ain't poor but rich either. Reading these comments is making me sad because my parents don't do any of this for me. No longer a teen, but one of my favorite memories of my father was when him and the other uncles decided to do a free-for-all deathmatch of the shooter we were playing. We all gathered around to watch. As another here have mentioned, just taking interest in their hobbies and things they're doing, even if you don't join them in practice, means a lot. When I tell my mom something that I love that she has absolutely no interest in, she will let me talk to her about it and feign interest. Mom, if you're secretly on Reddit, I love you. They let me know that they're there for me if I need help or support, especially with more adult tasks, but encourage me to do things myself and don't overstep bounds. Because of that, I've been able to really successfully transition into being an adult and not be afraid to ask for help when I need. Recently, a boyfriend broke up with me. I told my mom via text, I'm quarantined, and she threw a 10-pound bag of chocolate through my open window. It had 6 mint Aero bars in it. It showed how much she cared and was so funnily random. It made me feel loved and thought of in a tough time. When my mother sees that I am sad because of bad grade he buy. Without asking. My favorite cold coffee. It just so kind of her. When my mom gave me 2 spider plants and a new watering can yesterday. No longer a teen, but a simple thank you would have been nice for the disproportionate division of chores. My parents understand that I am not an exact copy of them and that I have my own interest in my own hobbies. And they support me with those interests and hobbies. A 15-year-old guy here. Well, my mom cooks delicious food that we really liked and my dad always calling us because he is currently stuck at work due to high-level restricted lockdown here in our city and asking how are we doing. My mom's ways to make us feel loved and appreciated as she would encourage me and helps me doing my school projects. I love my parents. I'm not a teen anymore, but my dad wasn't very emotionally involved. Very emotionally absent single Asian father of 3. I'm first-gen American etc. etc. But he would remember my favorite obscure foods and snacks. Tripe. Soursop juice. Durian. Balut. And sometimes get them for me at the store randomly. It makes me feel very warm now that he'd do that and wish I appreciated it more as a teen. I know he isn't great at expressing his love, but it just feels super special to think back on. My mom notices when I don't have time, forget to eat lunch, and will bring me food while I do schoolwork. We also both have headache issues. So she makes me tea and gives me head massages when they're really bad. Talking to me but not talking about things that they know give me serious anxiety like school and my health. Just them talking to me and making me feel comfortable. My mom brings me walnuts. I really like walnuts and I never told her. She just knows I like walnuts. My dad also got me a styrofoam head and told me that's how I'll get ahead in life. I love my parents. When my father never misses a day to take me out for car rides in order to hone my driving skills as much as possible. Bear in mind that albeit this is an easy endeavor to master, navigating Indian traffic is on a whole another league. Letting me hang out with friends without asking where I'm going or what I'm doing. Feels nice to know, hey, trust me. My mother and I share the same hobby of fishing. Getting a pedal kayak. And letting me use it when I was with her. Then later on upgrading me to a shearwater or lightning strike. From a Pelican Catch 110 High Drive 2 for those curious. My mom still asks me what I want for my birthday. I have 2 kids of my own. It makes me feel 9 again and it's like a hug from mom. I always ask for a toy or something non-essential to keep it birthday. Love you, Mom. Just a mom here reading these replies. I am so sorry for the teens that don't feel loved by their parents. You all are worthy of love and support. My teenage years were very hard, but I promise you, it gets better. I know that these teenage years feel so long, but things get better. You will find people who love and support you. You will find people that appreciate what you have to offer the world. Hang in there, y'all. My dad will make John Mulaney references to me sometimes because he knows that Mulaney is my favorite comedian. It's nice to know that he at least knows some of the things I like. As a father, I wish I could come meet every one of you that feel alone or abused. I'd give you a hug and talk with about whatever you wanted to talk about. I'm so sorry you feel alone. Thanks for this question. I have a 12-year-old daughter and I feel we are very close and I do support her as best as I can. But I feel I could do better at times. Reading these answers gives me ideas. When my father offers a ride or otherwise help even though I know it is inconvenient to him. When my mother waited for me to get home. My first times of staying out later. Never pressuring me to get home earlier or guilting me about having to stay up but waiting that I'm safely at home. Nowadays text us when you get home. My family's love language isn't as much verbal as it is actions, so all little inconveniences make me feel warm when we insist that it is no bother. Support my hobby and interests, sometimes, and when my dad makes macaroni cheese. Kinda silly, but when my mum randomly buys me stuff at the gas station. It lets me know she's thinking about me. My parents will make me a movie night, which is just pizza and falling asleep on the couch. It makes me happy to know that they're willing to do anything to see me happy. My dad just signed up for ASL lessons. My mom never leaves me alone. Which is annoying, but shows that she really cares. When your mom, dad comes in your room and brings you a snack. Does her best to call me by my pronouns and told my siblings my name. 2 years ago she said Satan made men gay so they wouldn't marry women. And claimed that me being trans was a traumatic response and that it'd go away after a while. This year she apologized for using a binary gendered word and searched for a neutral one without me prompting it, which I have never done with her. Listens to me when I speak or whenever I go to activities, they watch and they listen. Taking notes, since I have teens. Even though I was obviously once a teen. Me and my dad spend a ton of time with each other. He is great. When I'm playing a game and mom says to come down to eat dinner when I'm finished. My almost 50-year-old dad always trying new things, video games or anything really. Actually come into my room to tell me good night instead of going into just my little brother's room. Is there a way I can save this entire thread for when I'm a parent someday? My mom and dad loves me and give me every facility. I have a room, a phone, clothes, food. I love them for giving me so much and I'm deeply grateful.